Good morning, I'm Brian Swan. I'm the board president for St. Vincent de Paul, just waiting for my Uber to take me over to the Amazing Grace Food Pantry. Gonna check in on everyone over there and see if they can put me to work for the day. This is one of the favorite parts of my week, actually. So my phone said he was supposed to be here by now.
Morning, sir. I have you going to 16 Stack Street. Does that sound right to you, sir?
Good morning. Yeah, that's where we're heading, over to Amazing Grace.
All right. The scenic route, sir, or the direct route? Same price.
Well, same price. Let's take the scenic route. We'll avoid some of that log jam there in front of the bridge.
Yeah. So, how'd you get started with the food pantry and all that?
I got started with the food pantry about 4 or 5 years ago, about the same time I started with the soup kitchen. Recently I'd moved I moved to Middletown back in 2015, I believe. And just over Thanksgiving weekend in 2015, actually, I moved in. And just got to know some of the people in the neighborhood. I live right here on the north end where we're going to be driving past. And got to know some of the people using the services of St. Vincent's, got to just understand the mission of the organization itself. Became involved with volunteering through my church. And
They bamboozled you.
They bamboozled me. Part of what really strikes me, what really calls me to the Amazing Grace Food Pantry particularly, I remember growing up, I grew up here in Connecticut, and my family didn't have a lot of money themselves. And I grew up in North Haven. We didn't have a food pantry there at the time, but I remember a local church coming and delivering groceries to our front door.
Wow.
Once a week, once every other week or so, just to ensure that my brother and I guess my parents as well, had a square meal to eat. And it was that, not necessarily dependence on others, but it was the concern from others that really made quite a difference in my life growing up. That's really one of the neater things. Going back to when I was growing up, some of the bags of groceries that were dropped off at our front door, there was a lot of, I remember eating a lot of ramen, hot dogs, and Kraft Easy Mac growing up. But at Amazing Grace, you'd be amazed. It's quite impressive, the groceries that families are able to bring home.
My name is Kathleen Kelly, and I'm program coordinator at Amazing Grace Food Pantry in Middletown.
My name is Sue Whitmore. I'm a volunteer at Amazing Grace Food Pantry in Middletown. I've been here for 7 years.
The people here are wonderful. Of course, I knew Kathleen before, and I met Sue, and I met a whole bunch of, I knew Irvin. And every time I come, I get a different volunteer. Pleasantly surprised by the amount and variety of things that we had. And you get called by your name, and you go through a system of various foodstuffs. Bread is usually first, dessert comes next, and you get a choice of meats, and you get your veggies, and you get your cereal, and you get your fruit, and you get your soup, and you get your tuna and peanut butter. Then you get pasta, and then you're led to a miscellaneous area, and you get a choice of one, and then you go on to the next area, which is choice of 3, which is tough to cut down because there's real sweets, really good sweets. And
you know, I was having like a little problem with food and stuff like that, so I started coming, you know, to pick up food and stuff like that. You know, soup kitchen, I used to eat at the soup kitchen, then I ended up volunteering. So I volunteered for the soup kitchen over a year. And it's not that bad, you know, if you need help, you know, it's not bad to reach out and ask somebody for help, you know, because I had a problem with that, you know, my ego got in the way, but I wasn't getting nowhere with my ego in the way, so I started asking for help.
I am the person who coordinates coordinate the food deliveries. The food deliveries, what we do mainly out of here, Amazing Grace, is what we do is we put these boxes together of non-perishables. And then right behind us, we have boxes of, those are the perishables, which are gonna be fruit, vegetable, dessert, bread. And this right here is a box of non-perishables, which will be like pasta sauce, tuna fish, beans, soup, cereal, things like that.
So we have 18 of these
What happened to the lady?
non-perishable boxes of food that we
Yeah.
get loaded out for delivery.
Thank you.
These are all going out to a couple of different elderly housing communities in the area where people who might be immune compromised, or otherwise can't get out and buy their own groceries. We're here visiting with Yamira Reyes. Where are we? What are we doing here?
Well, you guys are supporting my residents or people that don't have the money to buy food or they don't get any income that they really need food and they be coming here to ask for food. So you guys been helping us supporting them. It's been helping a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. At the beginning, they need it, but they never asked for it. So they saw one person that really needed it, and that's when they decided to say, okay, I do need it.
So how do we cross that barrier? You bring up a fascinating point. People who need it are unwilling to ask.
Exactly. I guess because of one resident showed the other resident.
Okay.
He could ask.
That it's okay.
Uh-huh.
That's a really good point that you raised, because in today's world there are all sorts of working families who are suddenly out of work for the first time.
Exactly.
People who have been doing everything right every single day, and suddenly they don't have food in their pantries or in their cupboards.
It's usually about 1,000 families a month. Some months it's over, sometimes it's a little under, but 1,000 families. And that speaks to how much people need us.
All right. Before we go today, I want to talk to anybody listening who is interested in giving, in participating with us in this mission of meeting needs and offering hope in our community. We're right in the middle of this 8 Days of Giving campaign, the 8 Days of Impact Giving, and we really need your support. So we ask that you would continue to check in every day on this website, look over to the right of this video screen and see how it is you can contribute, how it is you can give to St. Vincent de Paul, to the Amazing Grace Food Pantry, whether it's a donation, engaging in the auction items, or going in and checking out some of the local restaurants and voting on your favorite soup. And thank you on behalf of the entire organization, on behalf of the board of directors, behalf of all of our staff, volunteers, and our guests. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you.